Oh, this came up sweet. I ran across a cool quote and did some research on the dude. Not my usual style, by the way. I really don't give a fuck who says what. It's what you say that's important. The name behind it doesn't mean anything. But it was such a good quote, I was just curious. And I looked the dude up. Denis Diderot, I believe. Diderot. It's French. And I read the whole article about him. He was a contributor to early encyclopedia and had a collection of, I believe it was 300 books. No, 3,000. Um, that he amassed during his work on the encyclopedia. And a rich bitch bought that off of him and gave him a bunch of money to live as her scholar, basically. And so he's a scholar that compiled 3,000 different books and the information in them into an encyclopedia. And he studied a whole bunch of things, and also mentioned it's one of the earlier encyclopedias that was skeptical about biblical miracles, and it was the first to describe the mechanical arts. So this dude knew a lot about the physical world, a lot about history, a lot about culture and what's going on. And at the time, 1770s was his prime of his career here. His quote: "Men will never be free until the last king is strangled with the entrails of the last priest." So the people witnessing firsthand the old school religion that you all love so much, the scholars of the time not only knew it was bullshit, but knew that it was dangerous and bad, and it fosters hate, and it's an alternative to logic that gets people away from the truth. Anytime you do something religious, you're going away from the truth. Logic and reason have nothing to do with any of your religions. He's talking about Christianity here, but it's all of them. Like, that's too on the nose. It's incredibly on the nose. So the brightest of the time, and I guarantee you at 3,000 books, that his acumen exceeds yours. And it's also pretty cool. Who was that? Catherine the Great, an empress. And his father disowned him for becoming a writer. That's a person that wanted the smart guy around. And apparently, hooked him up. They said, here, give her 50 years of his salary. And he was offered the 3,000 volume library was worth 15,000 livres, how I pronounce that, and 1,000 more a year. And he got 50 years up front. So that's 50,000, which would have been a huge sum of money compared to like the library collection and stuff. They basically made him affluent and then let him hang out at their court. Nowadays, people like Trump, who do they keep around him? They keep people like Kenneth Copeland, the spiritual advisor type shit. People that think the earth's flat. People that think the vaccines are bad. American is full of inbred bullshit. We're weak as a whole. And that's why Europe left us in the dust. Oh well, it was just interesting enough to make a quick vlog about it. And I sincerely hope that he gets his wish.